A new Fox Business op-ed claims President Biden cannot spin his way out of the inflation mess, but he definitely has tried in the past. Watch.
Economic plan is working. We've gone from stagnation to an economy that is growing faster than it has in nearly 40 years, while also reduced inflationary pressures over the long run. Balance sheets for American families are better as well. The economy as a whole is stronger than before the pandemic.
Brian Brenberg is the author of that op-ed. He's also a Fox News contributor, and he joins us now. Brian, President Biden spent a lot of time yesterday during his press conference talking about the economy and inflation, and he said the solution to it is to pass his Build Back Better agenda. Listen to this.
COVID-19 has created a lot of economic complications, including rapid price increases across the world economy. If price increases are what you're worried about, the best answer is my Build Back Better plan.
He says that the best answer to inflation. He also made news yesterday by saying that he thinks that he can pass chunks of Build Back Better, like $500 billion for energy and environmental issues and universal pre-K. What would that do to the economy, Brian?
Look, if you're concerned about inflation, the last thing you want to hear is that the President of the United States still thinks that spending money via his Build Back Better plan is the answer. Carly, Americans needed something different last night. They needed to get away from the spin. They needed to see a president who understands that spending is the root of what we're dealing with when it comes to inflation. But this president has said, I am full speed ahead. I am not turning around. I am not course correcting. He still thinks spending is the answer to this problem. That's concerning. Reality needs to intrude on his agenda, Carly, but it's just not happening right now. And he's not listening. Even his allies in the press are saying, Mr. President, you got to do something different. People are concerned about this. But he is coming back with the same old, same old. Now it's chunks. So instead of the big old plan, it's chunks of the plan. Right. What's the difference in small bites or big bites? It's all the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, you mentioned the media sort of sounding the alarm. Here's a CNN headline. Inflation concerns could spell trouble for Democrats. I mean, you think? But there's another line there from that soundbite that Carly rolled. If price increases are what you are worried about, doesn't that phrase that Joe Biden used really underscore how out of touch he is with the average everyday American? Because quite frankly, there's no if involved. Price increases are making everybody worried, Brian.
That's right. It goes back to this perception thing. You hear the president repeatedly say it's a perception problem. He says the answer to all this is I need to go back to the American public and speak in plainer and simpler language. Mr. President, we don't need you to dumb down the language. We're looking at the problem. What we need you to do is recognize it. He's just not doing that. And you're right. It's not an if. This is not about an if. We've got inflation. We've had it for a while. It's the worst we've seen in 40 years. We are at the needing solutions stage, not the stage of, well, if you think it's a problem, you know, God bless your heart. No, Mr. President, we know it's a problem. Do something.
Yeah, it is a problem. And Brian, what are your predictions for 2022 when it comes to the economy?
Well, look, I was feeling a little more optimistic after Build Back Better failed and after the vaccine mandate got quashed by the Supreme Court, because I thought, well, that clears the runway a little bit for this economy to grow. But the problem is the president's not backing away. He's trying to find a different route to spend more money. Carly, Todd, if this administration's agenda is to spend, inflation's not going away. Oil prices are going back up. The president obviously has no answer to that problem either. So I'm not optimistic, based on yesterday, that the president is getting it, and he's got to get it if we're going to get out of this.
Yeah.
Because just wait for that $4 gas come driving season. It's not going to look too good for this administration. Meantime, Brian Brenberg, we appreciate you as always. Thank you very much for your insight.
Thanks, Brian.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.